So, you know, with the sun coming out and spring is just right around the corner, a lot of us are, thinking about redoing our pots and our containers. I'm here with Andrea out at Al's in Sherwood. And Andrea, I try to winter over my stuff, and what can you help me with on this little thing right here?
Well, I think maybe a little viola in the center. We could pick up some of the new growth here. But realistically, what you really should do with this, you could keep the pot if you want, but for the most part, you really probably should throw this away.
Well, okay, there you go.
There you go.
now that we've done that, we've made that decision,
yes,
that obviously my overwintering just didn't work. What are we going to do to give me back my hanging baskets and my colors?
Well, you could actually use that pot if you wanted, if you like to recycle. There are some other nice choices, such as another wicker hanging basket.
And see, now, to me, this looks much better than a green plastic pot.
Well, what's going to happen is, because we are probably not going to get the trailers too soon,
sure,
having this is more of a decorative container, so you're going to be looking at the bottom as well as the top.
And then that way, even if you wanted to have it eventually covered with trailers, it's still fine, but this really looks good without the trailing stuff in it at all.
Correct. And we have lots of little 4-inch. I would recommend violas this time of year because they like the cold, and then they can get you into summer. I would recommend other 4-inch containers like we have here at Al's. This is euonymus. This is a heuchera. And we also could do...
Now, I noticed that you're picking out things that are not annuals. These are a lot of like evergreen perennials,
right,
perennial plants to put in.
Well, it's a good investment because if you get these guys going, you'll get some nice growth out of them by the time summer comes. If you put the violas in and decided that, hey, I want to do something else that's more summer-like, you could pop these out and throw another annual in.
And then in the future, I would assume, Andrea, that if you wanted to even take these perennial and shrub plants out and plant in the yard, you could do that and then start fresh all over.
Absolutely.
So let's put some soil in this basket.
Okay.
Now, we're using the Al's Premium Organic from Al's Garden Centers, so we're going to use that. And also, black gold makes one with like a moisture retentive thing, which is good for hanging baskets and containers. So I'll do the heavy work here. There you go. So we're just filling that up.
And you want to remember, if you get a basket like this, if it has a plastic liner, to punch a few holes in it so it will drain.
Yeah, that would make good sense, wouldn't it?
And then we definitely need some transplant fertilizer.
Now, we're using Al's. All independent garden centers have different types of transplant fertilizer, and all it does is give a little kick to the plants.
Correct.
And it uses a lot of B vitamins, which are good for growing up roots. So we're just
I just take a little sprinkle.
There's not a big. Mixing it right in.
Yep, mix it right into there.
It's nice. Now, show me your creative genius.
Well, we picked up a few of these. They have lots of yellows in them, kind of a yellow-green. You could also do a darker viola. This does kind of look more fall-like, but some people like the richer colors. And all you want to do, for this size container, I'm thinking maybe 6 or 7 plants. So at about $3 a plant, you're going to be done about $20.
And do you find, Andrea, that most people underplant when they're doing containers? They don't fill them up so they don't look full at the time.
Right, so you really have to think about, I'm a stuffer. I like to stuff my containers. I'm okay with pulling them out if they start to, crowd each other out.
And then just letting them fill in.
It's really up to you how long you plan on having this. If you want this, you want to stuff it now, you'll have it for a couple of months. As I said, into summer, if they start looking like they're a little crowded, you can pull them out, put them in your yard like you were saying.
Well, Andrea and I are going to plant this basket up today, but if you have any kind of container, whether it's a pot or a hanging basket, I invite you to go to any of your independent garden centers or come out to Al's here in Sherwood and talk to Andrea and let them help you get an idea together so you can refurbish all of your pots and get ready for spring. Thank you, Andrea.
You're welcome. Thank you.